Good morning.
Good afternoon.
And good evening. And welcome back to the Three Canons, your favorite podcast in the 300-acre forest. I swear to God, I'm going to make that stick. I'm Jupi. I'm the third canon today for very special reasons. Very, very special reasons to my heart.
I'm Yeti. I'm the second canon today. Some say I'm super shy. Give me a second and I'll make you mine. And that's all I know of that song. Anyways, I'm the first canon today. That's it.
I thought you said you were the second canon.
I am?
Didn't you say
Yeah,
second
you just
canon?
said it, and I gave Julie, and I was like, I guess I'm the one.
Sorry, I put it in my head. Am I the first or the second canon then?
Girl, I don't know. I told y'all to decide.
Shit, I'm the first canon.
Well, that really killed my mood.
I'm so sorry.
No,
You
it's
go
okay.
first.
No. It's okay. I am Umi, and I am the second canon today. It's perfectly respectable. I think Jupiter's second moon is the biggest.
I said, who's second moon?
Jupiter's second
Well,
moon.
hold on, everyone, because for the last time...
I thought we were talking about the actual planet.
Yeah, I'm talking about
I thought you were talking about, like, the other thing.
No.
I'm just like, didn't we just
talking
lose
about-
a subscriber yesterday?
We did?
I know, yeah, because we were at 6 and then it went down to 5, and I was like, damn.
Whoever that is, I will hunt you down.
Whoa.
I will find you,
Whoa.
and I will not commit murder because I'm a black woman. But I will find your social security number, and I will sign you up for
The Jehovah's Witnesses?
no, the other one.
The LDS?
No,
The Mormons?
Scientology.
Oh!
I will sign you up for Scientology, and I will give you your social security number and phone number and email address to every religious faction, every group, and the military, which
Okay.
is somehow worse.
Yeah, which
And
is
I'm gonna
not-
sign you up to feed a poor child in Kenya for the rest of your life.
That's nice.
36 cents a day.
It
Oh, that's
depends.
really not bad.
Well, it really does depend because, like, you know, if it's like 36 cents a day, it's like, oh, you know, that's nothing. But then, like, you look at it over time and then you're like, was I funding the fascism and the Republican Party the whole entire time? And then you were.
Better watch out. You might be a criminal.
Yeah.
Also, might spread your information all over the dark web. Not really that. Not that part, but
I'm
Just watch out.
I'm surprised they found their way out the woods. Like,
Oh yeah, no, I thought I put up like booby traps
You know,
to like stop them from getting out.
I think we should expand. I think we need more trees.
I
you know how much of a hater you have to be
no bad.
to like
for
purposely
real.
go and unsubscribe. The only time I ever did that was during James Charles' scandal. I was like, well, now I have to unsubscribe because ain't no way I'm following.
Maybe it's because like maybe it's because they listen to like our politics comment, our
Oh,
politics
yeah.
corner, and they're like, these girls are liberal.
I can't believe this.
Or maybe I found like, what, they're black, and then they left. You know,
That's
that's
definitely a toy time that fucked them up. I messed up the Littlest Pet Shop generations.
No,
and that might be it too.
no.
That might be it too. I was wrong.
No.
I know it was okay. I can admit my wrongs.
no.
I was that episode. I was kind of fucked up. I said there's 3 Littlest Pet Shop
I
generations.
was leaning.
Meanwhile, there's 9.
Ooh, there's 9.
There's like 9 Littlest Pet Shop generations.
Damn.
Yeah, I really dropped the ball on that one, so
It's
my
okay.
fault.
Bro, you have to release an
It's
apology, bro.
Dang.
I'm gonna title this video, "We're sorry."
Oh no!
And then you're like, they're pedophiles already? No.
Now you gotta listen to the whole thing.
No.
Cut this part out. They'll never know.
That would be so fucking scary if I just like cut out everything before that and just left the weird pedophiles part.
Ain't that what Watcher did? Not with the pedophilia. They said, "Hey guys," in the title of the video, and they were all on a couch. And
Oh,
they were all just sitting there, and
yeah.
everyone was like, "Oh god, it's over."
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
over.
Oh my god, I fucking hated that. Oh my goodness, they're like, guys, we're leaving YouTube.
This
Why?
is
Ooh.
it. Did we not fund you
Why?
enough? What?
How much money had I give you? They said $6 a month. I said, well, that's your problem.
So
I said, well, that's your problem. I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know. I can't keep feeding you like this. It just seems at your grown age you should be leaving my house.
And you know what? All this and no puppet history.
And I got supplements for that until they come back. Yep, guys.
What the hell?
This episode, I hope that y'all are ready because for all of those out there who are big Puppet History fans, don't worry. I got something in the clip for you.
You'll feed me?
I'll feed you.
I'm
That's for goddamn.
starving.
We got a meal on the the table. We got a meal on the table. 5-course meal. 5-course meal.
It's been so long.
I don't like puppet history.
What?
I did not care for puppet history.
She didn't care for the Godfather. Oh my god! How could you not care for the Godfather?
I just didn't get it.
And you know what? That's okay.
I did. I just, I am an old person. I don't like to have
You're
fun.
You're not old.
I don't like to have fun. Today, I was watching a documentary about the 3 new different types of killer whales.
Ooh.
Oh shit, that sounds
nice.
fire.
Yeah.
Right? And it was like a slow burn documentary.
Oh shit!
I was like, because I was trying to watch like all the YouTube content that I used to watch, and like I can't, like I get a headache. I get a visceral headache if I have to like watch the YouTube video or I have to listen. So now here I am listening to I watched a whole 2-hour documentary about why octopuses are killing themselves.
What, they're killing
find
themselves?
the answer?
Yeah, no, like they're doing it on purpose. Like it's
What the fuck?
because so like octopi when they like breed. They're really protective of their young, specifically like females. And not all octopus species obviously do this. They were mostly I can't remember the exact name, but they were talking about how they found octopus nurseries where the mother octopus would be like upside down and basically like inside out guarding her and tending to her eggs. And octopus have like a really like long and specific gestation period where like the babies have to be born in such a specific time frame, otherwise the mother will just pretty much starve herself taking care of her young. Because like octopi, because like they're like considered nutrient like dense, like fish and a lot of type of like other foods like are really quick to eat the eggs and the babies to where basically none will survive. So the mothers will like basically spend their entire gestation period protecting and watching over those eggs, and the males will go out and they'll fend and they'll get food and stuff and bring it back. But it's not enough because like now it's like fending for 2 and like the mother oftentimes doesn't eat because she's so stressed about caring for the eggs. And so that was a really great documentary to watch because octopi are considered like really emotionally intelligent and really smart animals. And so like science is trying to figure out like why they do this, because they obviously like can be smarter to figure out like different ways.
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh, and I was just like, oh, that's interesting, because human beings really just do be suffering for nothing.
Yeah.
Because they were talking about how like octopi and the killer whale documentary that I was watching, it's like they go through like all this great suffering, and I was like, oh, like it's so weird to think about like we have such empathy for these animals and are like questioning why they themselves are like suffering so much just to raise their young. But then like we look at humans and we're like, no, this is normal.
Yeah.
This is fine for us. Like postpartum depression, yeah.
Everyone has it.
Everyone has it. That's completely
whatever.
normal. Take these drugs.
Actually, I need you back in work in 36
6
hours.
And I think
So-
it's nuts because we're so smart. We have empathy. We have the ability to grow and learn and like, be better. But like, I don't know what changes in some people after they hit a certain status or like, they're just used to it. I feel like there are so many things in place that cause that kind of mentality that normalized it. It kind of makes me sick.
It does make me sick because the documentary was like really stressing about how this one orca's like baby like didn't make it, like it was stillborn, and how she was carrying it around on the surface for like a month, and how the whole pod took turns like consoling her and like saying goodbye to the calf, and like how the whole group of like the female orcas like made a circle around her as like a sign, like, and would just talk to her, and like science was like, why are they doing this? And I was like,
The baby.
I was like,
Actually, let me ask you, why are you doing this?
I was like, interesting. Maybe that's what we should be doing as a society, instead of being like, all right, so we're gonna sue you now.
Yeah.
Because that fetus was alive. And
Actually, not only are we suing you, we're giving you $30,000 in medical debt.
so,
I can't have it for free.
Double whammy.
and this fake thing called a credit score?
Triple whammy.
Not to
Gotcha.
go down. The orcas got it figured out.
They
The
definitely
orcas are
do.
like, let us, band together in sisterhood. Let us feed you. Orcas are so strange. Are such strange creatures. Because I'm not gonna get. You can watch the orca documentary on your own time. But they truly are. I was like, I never realized, like, obviously, like, I knew they were emotionally intelligent, but it's so odd because, like, you know, science, like, propagates the, is that even a word? I don't know.
Yeah,
it propagates this, like, agenda that, like, nature's survival of the fittest and that, like, animals truly have, like, a dog-eat-dog world.
Yeah.
But, like, orcas, they had orcas where, like, this orca was legitimately missing most of its tail and, like, its fins. Like, it was just a nub. And it was, like, barely swimming. And the other orcas, like, push it up to the surface so it can breathe. And they feed it. And this orca not only has one pod, but it is a member of 3 pods. And it goes between all of them. And none of them treat him like a burden. Like, they don't cast him out of society. They actively participate to try and, like, keep him in. They talk to him. If some of the orcas go out to hunt, 2 of them will stay there with him so he's not lonely. And they'll purposely, like, make things easier for him so that he can still, like, eat and have, like, a quality of life. And I was like...
Orcas are so strange how they love their kind.
I know, right? I was, like, watching this documentary and I was like, it's strange to think how this is the strange thing. Like me watching this documentary in science is like, this behavior is abnormal in the animal kingdom. And I'm just there like,
are you sure? This is the animal kingdom.
Like, why haven't they killed this disabled orca yet? He's taking all the resources.
And he's not. They're like, they've given him a mackerel. It was just kind of, I was just really entranced because I was like, that's so crazy to think that. And then, like, I'll send you guys the link because it's actually really interesting because it talks about the different, like, the minor nuances because science has been, like, going through debate what actually qualifies as a species. And, like, how they're different. Mm-hmm. Because, like, the differences between, like, the 3 types of orcas are so, like, well, they're not actually minute when they go to, like, talk about it. Because, I mean, they have whole different bone structures. Mm-hmm. And they don't interbreed. But it's just kind of weird that, like, it took up to, like, this point for them to be like, oh, maybe they're different.
I mean, hey, you never know. It's not like we, like, know everything at the same time, like, currently. Although we should know how to be emotionally well and how to treat
I just felt so stupid. I felt so low. I was like, can't believe that the orca got it figured out and not me.
And it's crazy because we literally have medicine and like life-altering shit.
You know.
But the orcas are the ones that got it down pat. Man.
I truly don't know, like, what is our problem?
What is our problem? Oh my god.
And it's definitely not like a one-person thing. It's definitely a group thing.
It's the whole thing. It's because everybody.
They were going from pod to pod to pod, still receiving a consistent amount of help. Like, oh, you need something? That's cool.
Oh, you're back. Hey, dabbing them up.
You want me to drive you out? I got you.
I got you.
It's never anything too crazy. How much more us? Would it kill me?
Guarantee if I went to another country right now, they'd be like,
promise you.
Yeah.
What if I had a gun?
The clip is actually full and every bullet is going to hit you. And they're gonna make sure.
Try it.
And you know, reasonably so, I guess, you know, places get
reasonably so.
I mean, they don't know I'm not like a conqueror or like, you know, coming in to be like a spy and be like,
you're not even 5'9".
That's crazy. She just called me short.
I'm short.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
So if I'm taller than you, by a significant amount.
Well, then I actually got.
And you know what? No, because you can't be 5'8".
I am.
Oh, you know you can't be.
Oh no, I lied. I'm actually 5'7". Sorry. I'm canonically 5'7".
Oh, which is crazy because I'm 5'9".
I thought of something. Do you think the reason why they don't have issues like us is because they don't have wars or they don't have like a history like
they probably do.
They do. They be beefing.
Yeah.
Some orcas do not fuck with the other orcas. They're out here nerfing each other, out here sniping each other out. Yeah. The transiental orcas come after the resident orcas.
That's crazy.
For being fish eaters.
What the hell?
They got beef. They don't try to kill each other, but they stay bullying one another.
They
got like gang wars.
So do you think
that's so
funny? Do you think that orca that was being passed around was just the same orca as them, like all those pods?
Yeah. It was like from the same, because like the way like the like orca pod, like they fuck with each other. Mm-hmm. They do not fuck with the other types of orcas. Just because like they're so basically like the two main demographics are transiental orcas and the resident orcas. So transcendental orcas are like the badasses that you see, like little badass orcas that are hunting down the whales, tormenting sharks.
Actually, maybe
they exclusively eat mammals and large marine life.
Oh, okay.
And so their diets are mostly exclusive of marine mammals. So they eat seals, sea lions, other whales.
Wait a minute. Aren't these the same motherfuckers that like bully creatures? Like they play with their food?
Yeah, that's the same motherfuckers. These are the same. These are the ones that you find out in the ocean. They are going to be out in the deep sea. They're nomadic.
Yeah, they roam.
They roam around and they have small pods of only up to 5 to 7. So they're small.
So cute.
And they're usually super knitted family communities. They're usually all from the same lineage, so it's usually like a mother and her babies, or all brothers. Like they're all related in this pod. Residential orcas are extremely different. They're in pods up to like 25 to 30. They only eat fish, and they stay near the shorelines. So transcendental orcas will usually like pretend to be like residential orcas to try and eat seals along the bay, because seals don't see orcas as a threat, because the orcas that live in these resident areas only eat on fish.
Oh no!
So the transcendental orcas are the mean motherfuckers. Who the punk tactic ass bitches who come in and say, "Mama said knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out." The residential orcas are the cute babies who only eat fish. And and that was a subpopulation of orcas who exclusively eats shark livers. That's it. They only eat shark livers.
So they kill them just for the liver.
Yeah, that's all they eat.
I think orcas might just be like...
They're so strange.
You know?
They are very strange. Because there's a whole other subpopulation of orcas that are going extinct because they only eat one specific type of salmon. And like there's 3 dams in the United States that are blocking the salmon from getting back to their native. And so the Biden administration, so before they couldn't get it, like animal rights activists were trying to get it legalized for them to take down these dams, and they were working with like native reserves to get these dams taken down, and for like wildlife protective acts to be put in place. But they were like, no, orcas live all over the world, like they'll be okay.
No, they will not.
But then science categorized them as different species, and that like this pod of orcas is extremely different from this pod of orcas, and if these go extinct, like, or if these die, like we're losing an entire species. And there's like 2 of them.
I just think
there's more than that. There's like 6 of them in this pod, and they're all their own species, and science is like, are you kidding me?
I just think it's really stupid to like, we need scientists, we need the scientists
to care about
and then the scientists come through. Yeah, we found a solution. You just have to stop throwing your trash there.
Oh my god!
That's
what are we even talking about? Do you understand how much money I'd be losing because I won't be able to throw my trash into that lake?
This fake money doesn't exist. Please explain to me what your money is. Go ahead and take it out of the bank for me. Right now. Right. Go ahead. Now. How much money do you have? $14 billion. Right. Go take it out of the bank. I want to see. Does the bank have 14? Where is this?
I need it in front of me right now, and then I need you to count every fucking dollar.
Like, prove it.
And then I need you to look at these non-renewable resources.
You know, these live creatures that breathe.
Like Tim and Tommy, they're brothers, but they're not really brothers because they're different species of orca, but like they're still close.
It's like they're cousins.
Like, and I wouldn't even say they're cousins because they're very far apart if you look down the family line, but they treat each other like they're brothers.
You know,
this will never happen again.
No, it can't. And it'll be on your head.
And this motherfucker would be like, alright, cool.
I need to throw trash in this river, though! You're killing my vibe!
What the You're killing my organ!
That will never not piss me off, because same people say, yeah, we're moving our resources, we're doing what we can. They'll put the reduce, reuse, recycle sign on their front door, on their fucking forehead, and then peel the sticker off and put it in the water. Whoopsies. Like, damn. Be serious.
Put it in the water. Like, it's crazy.
I feel like it's more sinister to lie about your intentions than to like be for real and out about it.
Oh yeah.
If you were to tell me, no, I'm not gonna hire a scientist, I'm actually trying to destroy the ozone layer, I hope all those turtles die, and I need the bees to go extinct, I'd be like, cool, now I know we just need to handle you. Why would you waste my time they go, yes, I'm doing what I can. Kill them. Behind my back. Just do it. We're gonna fight in the end regardless.
Speaking of turtles,
Yeah.
I also watched the same documentary, and they were talking about how turtles go into like brumation periods during the winter time. It's like hibernation, but they basically go into like a death state.
What the fuck?
They bury themselves in the ground, and they get no oxygen, no food, no water. No, it's on purpose.
Okay.
And they live like that for 6 months out of the year because it's too cold for them to be out.
Damn.
And then when it starts to get warm, they magically come back to life, and they come out to the surface like nothing has happened.
So does it affect them? Because it's hot year round now, so like what do they do?
Well, there's still months that are still too cold for like even reptiles.
Mm-hmm.
Like reptiles need like heat to like survive and thrive. And so like I don't know the actual threshold. And so like in some places like Texas, like some turtles don't brumate. I don't know the word.
It's okay.
Yeah,
I heard you.
Trust but verify.
Yeah.
Okay. Some places like where it's really hot, like I'm sure like the native species are fine, but like. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I just know that they brumate, and then if they don't, they get sick. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I am a turtle. Maybe I'm the turtle.
Maybe deep down inside, I've always been a turtle.
They're like, it's not necessary, but they will get sick and upset.
They're so real for that.
And I was like, yeah. It's really. They were like, they slow down. They don't want to eat. And I was like, and they get a documentary.
Bro, I do that every fucking day.
I do that every day, like clockwork. I must take my work nap 30 minutes exactly.
Period.
Every day. And then sometimes I sneak in another 5.
Yeah.
As you should.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're tired.
Because then what if you get sick and upset? Like,
what then? I'm
Exactly.
not gonna eat. I'm not gonna shower.
But apparently science cares more about these turtles than humanity cares about me.
Right.
So,
right.
Because if I come on the internet talking about I'm tired, I'm cranky, I'm sick, because I ain't been able to sleep for 6 months, and they're gonna be like, that sounds like a decision.
Sounds like a you problem. Maybe you should pull up your bootstraps.
Exactly. Get a second job
and slept.
And after you get that second job, get a third job.
Then you can't sleep.
Then you can't sleep. Like,
and then it'll be on.
And then, but even with the turtles, when the turtles can't do it.
Oh
my god! They get a documentary, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. But when I can't do it, I get told to suck it up. You're a grown woman.
Yeah.
And speaking of grown women.
Okay.
Where are we going with this?
Today, so I need to talk about a little something.
Okay.
Something that I don't know if you girlies have heard about it, but I am so upset.
Okay.
I know about a man named Clinton Kane.
Who's Clinton Kane?
Let me tell you a little something. You know about the Cancel podcast with Tana Mojo and Brooke Schofield?
Yeah.
Beautiful women. Love these women. Love my yapping queens.
Yeah.
So Clinton Kane, I didn't know about him. I knew about Brooke Schofield. And when Brooke Schofield hates a man, one thing I'm going to do is hate him too.
Okay.
Because Queen is first of all, Queen's crazy. But I can get behind that because, one thing I love is a lady who can admit her wrongs. So Clinton Kane is a man, and he's a singer. He is quoted being a musician. Mm-hmm. He has written
quoted being a musician. No one really knows.
He's made a lot of big music. He's made the song I Think I'm in Love, and he has a song called Chicken Tendies.
I've never
heard any of this music either. But, he's a musician. He's not an influencer. Yes. He lied about his entire family being dead.
What?
Whoa!
Wow! We are jumping.
I felt like I was losing y'all. I was like, no, let me get to the point because this man is straight up wild. He lied about his entire family being dead. His mom, his brother, and his dad. And they all died within the same year.
What the fuck?
And he lied about being Australian.
What? Actually, that's not crazy.
I think I heard that much because I saw a video of in Australia watching him do an accent, and it was like, that's bullshit.
He lied about being Australian, but again, we all want to be a little different. So I guess that's not that big of a deal.
But that dude went too far.
He lied about his mom being dead, and then when he got caught, he was like, no, my motherly figure, and no, he was straight up talking about his mom.
What the fuck?
And so Brooke Schofield dated this man.
What the fuck?
She didn't know this. She found out when everybody else was finding out. And she was kind of the one who exposed him because she started dating right before quarantine. Okay. And he was basically harassing her. And being like, I'm a really big fan of yours, you should come out to my show. And she was a big fan of his music, not of him, she didn't really know who he was. And she was just like, oh, like I would love to come to your show, but like just as like, you know, like as a media thing, like not like to get to know each other. And then, you know, like one thing led to another. They ended up partying and hooking up and getting together. It was a long story, not my story to tell, but basically this man fucked her over, lied to her. He lied about his age, lied about his parents being dead. And, you know, the whole purpose is, like, not me talking about Clinton Kane, because there's a whole series and everybody and their mama is talking about him. And it's just too long of drama to, like, get into, because Brooke Schofield has a whole series called Who the Fuck Did I Marry? After that one lady who did it. Again. Yeah. And then he clapped back and he said, who did I date, not marry? And that's the name of his thing. And I was like, he's so lame for that.
What the fuck? You lied about your family being dead.
Lying about his age is really sick, because I'm just looking now. Brooke was born in 1996. This man was born in 1999. He's 24 this year.
Yeah, he lied about being like 4 years older than he actually was.
That's sick.
Because Brooke was like, I'm never gonna date anybody who's like 2 years younger than me. But Nancy's like 4 years younger than her. Yeah. So yeah, he just kind of lied to her and then lied about lying. But you know, I was just really happy because the community that has banded around Brooke Schofield is so beautiful and so pure, because we all just hate this man. And we are all just running for Brooke Schofield. And that leads me into my actual topic of today.
Okay. Oh my god! It keeps going!
Is women's friendships.
Oh, okay.
Because every time I hear about drama specifically, and I won't get into the Tana Mojo drama that's going on right now, because it's really not drama. It's just a crime that happened to her.
Oh, period.
Yeah. And it's just sad, because fuck Cody Co.
No, really. Is it too late now to say sorry?
No,
I should shoot you down.
No, and you know what? I never liked him. Never. When everybody tried to get me to watch him, I was like, I don't find him funny. He's just a basic ass white man.
He's not even funny, because the thing is, like, Noel was the funny guy.
He was
Noel was the
funny guy.
He was the funny one. I never liked him. I was like, this is just a white guy y'all putting on a platform once again. He's not funny. But nobody ever was like, you're just a hater. And I was like, maybe I am. Maybe I am. That's but okay. Now I'm not gonna say I knew, but I knew. But I knew. I knew something was wrong with that man. Anyways, but I just always love when women band together to support other women, because for the longest time the narrative was that like women can't be friends with other women. It's so difficult.
That's not even true.
It's not. I was really thinking. I don't know why, but like being on the internet for like the last 2 years up until 2024 was bleak for the women agenda, because it was always women at other women's throats and being like, you know, because like now, like when I go into a TikTok comment section and there's drama between like a man, a woman, and a girl, it's always like people clapping back at the man and not attacking the other woman.
Yeah.
Whereas in the past it was very viciously against like which woman was better,
Yeah.
You know, it was very much like pitting the two women against each other, and not the common denominator here, which was this ugly ass man.
Yes. Always ugly. Never good looking.
Exhibit A: Olivia Rodrigo and Sabrina Carpenter. And whoever the fuck that
Joshua
Who was that? That's his name?
I think that's his name. Joshua Bassett.
Isn't he like,
I think that's
like super Christian now as well?
He's always been super.
I don't know. Last I heard of him, he was begging for Olivia back.
Well, anyway, maybe he should go and seek God again.
You know, God, another man can help him.
You know, shoot.
Because both Olivia and Sabrina, so beautiful, living life, career successful, making money, flourishing, both on the top 10 charts.
Yes.
Love you both. But I really just like the support for women that we have gotten in this year. I feel like as a woman, I could come out on social media and say some outlandish things, not a crime or anything like that, and I won't get shot. You know, I could talk about, you know, how bad my PMS makes me feel, and I will get support. And instead of being like, well, my period is only 2 days long.
Have you tried losing weight?
Yeah, have you tried losing weight? Like, instead, I will be met with empathy and understanding instead of, well,
I don't even like bleed.
Yeah, I don't even like bleed or anything.
Like, that's actually
like that.
Gross.
You know, if that is you, valid. You know, that's not what I'm saying.
You can not bleed, but don't call it gross.
Yeah, I was like, don't call it gross, but like I'm just saying, like, oh, periods are normal, except when they're not. Then maybe you should go to your doctor.
No, definitely.
Don't ask TikTok for what's normal about your period.
No,
don't do that. That is not the message here. But if you just need support because you're going through something difficult, I just really like how women have come together and women's friendships over these years, because I am a girl's girl. First and foremost, I will always find the girlies in the room and go and yak it up. I immediately feel comfortable with all women, even if we're not exactly like on the same wavelength or whatever. There's always something to talk about. There's always something to gab about. I have realized you know, even like women who like bullied me when I was like in middle school or high school, like I might not necessarily like love them or something, but I still, you know, there's still a chance to be rocking with them, because there's a girl who I thought did not like my ass, and we were not friends, but you know, we've had great chats. She's really nice. She's really great. Still kind of a bitch, but you know, we love to see it. You know, she's not a bitch towards people anymore. She's just unironically a nurse now.
Oh, y'all can't say that, please.
And I love her for it, because she's getting her bag. She's a traveling nurse.
Oh, okay.
She makes like $200,000 in 6 months.
Ooh. God, I've seen what you've done for us.
And I was like, and you know what? Miss Ma'am is in her hustle era.
Get yours.
Get yours. But you know, the person who, like, and I hope she never finds this podcast, because, you know, truly she is so special, and we've only chatted twice.
Oh.
But my roommate's girlfriend, and I'm not going to say her name,
okay,
because obviously, like, I don't need people, I know she doesn't need that.
Privacy.
In her privacy in her life. But she is so wonderful and wholesome, and just so nice, and I was like, I just love women, because we truly do not know each other. Never spoken a word. I barely know my roommates, but she was like, do you want a cup of coffee? And then she made me a cup of coffee, and then we sat down on the couch and we yapped for 2 hours.
Period. You know, women are just elegant, friendly creatures, that are just so perfect in every way. They don't shit, they don't sneeze. Like, the period thing is actually a myth. Their hair is always glowing. They always have this aura, this ethereal sheen to them, even after, during, and before childbirth.
Honestly, I disagree with you. We be nasty, we be ratty, we be coming out dirty, we be stinking, we be smelling, we be rolling in the mud. And all that matters in the end is that I dap you up and tell you your pictures came out great.
Personally, I don't shit. I've never shit in my life. I've never taken a number 2. I don't even know what that is. I drink a crap ton of beer, and I wear small clothes, and I live in a dollhouse. And, you know, each time I talk to Jakey, we always like compare.
Who is Jakey?
Jakey, my best guy
See the mofo
friend.
next door making a lot of noise?
Not
Yes.
playing Guitar Hero every fucking day.
That's Jakey. He always invites me to hang out with the guys.
You know that stereotypical character that, like, there's this golden girl and then her nasty ass boyfriend comes
Oh,
through?
yeah!
I feel that's what I'm envisioning right now. Like, the dirtiest of men. Like Kevin 11 before he became a better person.
You gotta treat a woman like a car.
Go on.
No, I think I made a mistake in this situation.
Kevin's sick whip.
Oh, okay.
I love Ben 10. One of these days, I need to talk about my autistic obsession that is with the Ben 10 cinematic universe.
Yes.
I cannot talk about it today because I need to gather my notes. I need to gather my thoughts.
Rewatch those videos.
Just rewatch my 2-hour long piece videos for a total of 8 hours of content. But I will tell you a little something about Ben 10. It should have been me. I should have had the Omnitrix.
What do you?
It should have been me. It should have been Umi 10.
Whoa. Umi 10 does sound fucking lit.
Right, Umi 10. And I should have been the holder of the Omnitrix. Okay? Should have been me. Okay?
What did you do with it?
Everything. Everything that's
What
right.
do you mean everything?
I would have been all of the aliens. I would have. Yes. I would have gone my ass into space and handled everything.
Period.
There would have been no taking over Earth. There would have been none of that Ben 10 mess where he had to bring in the other Ben Tennysons.
The show would have been one episode.
The show would have been one episode. The Ben 10 lore, and I'm holding my hands real wide. The Ben 10 lore and Umi was at Umi 10.
It'd just be the size of a crumb, and then there's like the whole lore, and it's like a giant ass book.
Exactly. Should have been me.
Fuck you mean Spider-Verse? It's just Spider-Man.
It's just Spider-Man.
Like, fuck the big three. It's just big me.
Big me.
That's how I would have been. You know, I would have been like, fuck Gwen. Fuck.
What do you mean, fuck Gwen?
You know, I love her. She's a great character for Ben 10. For Umi 10.
I don't need it.
That's just me.
Okay.
We don't need to do Uncle. What about
Uncle Ben?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Stop, everyone stop. So there was there's an Uncle Ben, and then there was Ben 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
So was he named after his uncle?
Yes.
Okay, I just needed to remember that. Thank you. I was gonna crash out.
He was.
Like, I don't remember.
He's not. I guess he's not a junior. He's a. What do you call when you're named after your uncle?
It is a junior.
He's still a junior.
Yeah.
I thought juniors were only passed down for like it's like a. Speaking of, that's so strange when parents name their kids after themselves.
Yeah.
Because what? Unless they're not here anymore.
Oh, or maybe it's like a thing where the family's been passing on this name.
That's strange.
Named after
Can't you get your own name?
I am named after a family member.
Well, are you a junior? Like, is it your parents?
No, it's my aunt.
Well, that's different.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
Because your parents could love their sister very much, but I can't imagine me sitting there carrying a baby for 9 months and then being like, well, what am I going to name him? My husband's name?
My middle name comes from my grandma. That's like, I have to tell you all the family drama because now I'm thinking that probably wasn't my parents' choice. She probably just put that shit in there.
Oh my gosh, your life has been hijacked by your grandmother.
Take me to the juju man.
Oh no, we're not doing that.
I need
We're
to
not
be
doing that. We're not
free.
taking you to the juju man. Nope.
I need to fill you in.
No.
I need to be filled in. I'm named after my grandmother. I'm mad about it every day.
Why? You hate your grandma?
No, she's great. She's a lovely woman. She's
Must
a
be
godly,
nice.
lovely human being who's holy and pure and amazing, and I'm nothing like her.
Wow.
Like, she is a pure, angelic woman, you know, loves to collect doilies.
Aww.
And, you know, it was really tore up my dad when she passed away.
Oh.
Of cancer of all things. I was like,
Damn.
and now it's me, her namesake, running around, being everything that she was against. You know, by
collecting doilies.
I'm not collecting no fucking doilies.
You're collecting, but you're collecting dolls though, so it's kind of like
that's gangster. That's baller. You know, I love her. You know, but you know, she was a delicate, sweet Southern woman.
Aww.
And me, big, coarse country. Not, you know, maybe someday I'll be delicate, sweet, and petite and subtle. And you know, I was like.
Have you guys heard that poem called "One Day I'll Wear Purple"? And it talks about like how this like it's a poem about this lady saying that when she grows up she'll do everything that she wasn't able to do as a youngster. And she's like, I'll spit on people, I'll learn to curse, I'll ride a motorbike, I'll steal from a bank.
I wrote that poem.
Oh my God.
That's about me. That's about me.
Oh my God, get it, Grandma.
Like, where did you get my diary from?
Shit, sorry, I actually broke into your room.
It's crazy.
I was gonna steal your cat, but you know, I saw the diary and I was like, this would be some good shit. You know, I could write a good couple songs on this, like Garage Band. Y'all remember that cartoon? Man, Canada had the goods.
Garage Band? I don't know what you're talking about.
You've never watched Garage
I
Band?
may have. You know, I got a senile brain. I don't
You're right. We
remember
have
that.
our own grandma right here.
I don't have a senile brain, and I remember everything from the early 2000s. I have not
You
seen
don't
that.
remember Garage Band?
I feel like I remember GarageBand memes. Like when people were like, this looks like it was made in GarageBand.
Like,
Oh my
like
god! Oh my god, I found it!
Garage Band?
I spelled it wrong. Why is it spelled like that?
I don't know.
Are you talking about this?
Yes.
Total Drama Island before Total Drama Island?
That was not
I got
Total
the
Drama.
software. See, that's what I know about. When you said like the show, I was like, no, I ain't never seen that gay ass show.
What? Gay?
Yeah, I was thought that you talking about GarageBand like the Apple app.
No.
Where you make like your own. I was like, yeah, I had that shit. That's where my I.
No, do y'all remember that one fucking thing? What's it called? Incredibox? It was like, y'all never heard of Incredibox?
I'm old.
This is crazy. I remember my 5th grade math teacher introduced it to us because he thought it was really cool. And
I know this.
yes,
I haven't played it though.
I haven't done it for a while. Oh my gosh.
You can download it.
That's ugly too.
What in the world? What is going on? You thought you knew someone, right? You started a podcast with them, and you're like, yeah, we know each other enough to start a conversation for an hour. No.
Then you turn your head, you're
No.
popping an eyebrow.
Like, what the fuck?
The original Noel Miller experience.
Oh my gosh, I finally saw that clip of when he's sitting down next to Cody, and he's like, and I just found it so fucking disgusting, you know? He was like 30 and she was 17. Yeah. And then Cody's like,
he's just, that clip is insane.
It's so crazy.
Were you silent or silenced?
He was silenced.
He said, "You got something to say, Cody?"
Huh? You got something to say?
You gonna say something?
He was sweating and choking. When I saw him start fiddling with his ankle and shit like that, I was like, yo,
karma handed.
That's how you know you're a bad person. I got you on that.
You ain't
Right.
shit.
I clocked it. I clocked it so well. Was that everything you want to talk about on your little list that you have in front of you?
No, my next thing is about toys.
Oh, okay.
Oh, does nobody else have a topic that they want to do?
I mean, we're not doing corners today, so like.
I thought we were just going with the flow.
Yeah, we're just yapping, so
right.
you can talk about toys.
So, I remember a couple episodes ago, I got a little sentimental about my sea dolls. Yeah, I take it all back.
What the fuck?
I'm just kidding. I've pretty much sold off majority of my collection. I just have a few that I like really are personal and, you know, special to me.
Mm-hmm.
Probably gonna sell those too because honestly I look at them and they don't spark joy. And I told myself I wasn't gonna buy anything else. I'm a liar. I recently, and by recently I meant 20 minutes before we started filming.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I purchased a Hamtaro playset. Because Hamtaro, I have for the first time, this is something I want to collect that is not super nostalgic to me, which I am a nostalgia-based collector, as we all know, but obviously Hamtaro is very early 2000s, but it was really popular in Japan. It's like, and I don't want to say Sanrio adjacent, because it's not Sanrio adjacent at all. But I don't really know how to describe it to people who don't know what Hamtaro is.
Like colloquially.
Yeah, colloquially.
Yes! I can never pronounce it, but like...
I can't pronounce it, but like I don't know how to describe it for people who don't know what it is. Like, it was something that was really popular in Japan. Kind of like Minakuma? Is that the name of that player?
Yeah.
Minakuma. Kind of like, I guess maybe like in the same league as Sanrio. Like they don't, like it has media that is specific and niche to it, and it has kind of like its own culture and its own like fan base. Yeah. Okay, so not Sanrio adjacent, but like in the same league as Sanrio, as like it just is like these band of cute characters who just kind of live in their own world, but have like no other media present other than like this brand. The brand is Hamtaro. Like they're not like Justice League characters. Like Batman is in the DC universe. Yeah, they had a whole show. They have a DS game. Okay. They have a comic book. It's just hamsters.
That's so cute.
They're cute as hell.
They're cute as hell. It's super nice. I love it. They're good friends. I vaguely remember watching the show when I was a kid, because it was on, I believe, a Canadian TV show. Same thing, I think the same platform that was hosting Winx for a while. No, it was a Canadian. It was a Canadian channel, or a Swedish channel. I can't remember. There's two.
Oh my god. No.
It was an obscure channel. Obscure. It also had like Pepe Longstockings on it.
Oh my gosh. It's lost.
It's
lost in my mind.
I'm glad you know what I'm talking about.
I shifted up so much dust right now.
No, it was exclusively for non-American animations. So like Winx is not an American animation. It got bought by Nickelodeon. It's originally, I believe it's originally a Canadian TV show. Kind of like Total Drama Island is not an American broadcast. It's a Canadian broadcast. And then it was bought up by an American broadcast because it just got really popular here in the States.
Yeah, Cartoon Network did that a lot with a lot of their cartoon shows.
Which is so upsetting because if you've seen the first original reruns of Total Drama Island, it's a whole lot more raunchier and like nasty than like what they've like, not what it's turned into, they've just censored it a lot. Just because in Canada they have different regulations, and that's why US companies usually buy like outsourced media. That's really popular here because like they have to regulate it for US audiences. Which is a bummer. Because as a kid I really like the word crap. I don't know why we have to censor the word crap.
It wasn't that serious.
It was never that serious. I mean, my parents they beat the hell out of me.
Oh my god.
Because I went and repeated it. They thought I was mature. There I was, sweeping up the floor. Look at all this crap. The way I got popped popped in the mouth.
Oh.
I call it just beating your child. My parents had to come up with fun, cute little nicknames for abusing their children.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what is up with black parents doing that? A pow pow?
What is that? Like, what?
A pop in the mouth?
Like, why? Why would you need a?
Why do you need a fun
Why do
nickname?
you need fun
You know it's
nickname?
bad.
Just say beating your child's
Like,
ass.
that's about it.
Domestic violence against my 8-year-old.
There you go. There you go.
Why don't we just call it what it is?
Like, why are you even?
Is it the shame?
Like, why are you beefing with a minor like that?
Is your
anyway?
conscience coming in?
Truly, and you know, I have weird conversations with my dad about that because it's such like a weird era in time. Because now if I tell my dad no, he can't beat my ass. He'd go to jail.
Period. That's what I always like. Each time I get into an argument with my dad or like something like that where it gets heated, he's like, I should da 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 da, and I'm like, and I'm gonna call the police. And I'm gonna call the police
Because for some reason, if you do that now, a crime.
A crime! A crime! A crime! I couldn't call the police on you then, but guess what I'm doing now?
Guess what I'm about to do?
Not only will I get the police on your ass, guess what? I also get to take your ass to court. So try it.
Right, like I can't.
Try
Please
it.
put your hands on me.
Please.
You want all that evidence that's piled up to come out?
Which is
You want the truth to come out. That's
Like,
what you're telling me.
like I love my dad, but I will not hesitate to call the police.
Love my dad, national treasure. He tries to beat my ass like he did when I was 8.
Here we go.
Ooh! Suddenly, I'm also throwing hands.
I don't know why you thought that was okay.
Like, you're at the ripe age of like what, 59?
Come on now.
And
Come on now.
like, excuse me? Excuse me? Oh my god.
You're
Oh
too
my
old
god.
for this.
You're
please.
too old for this. At any moment.
Next thing
right
you know,
now.
You'll be asking me for an ice pack. You'll be, oh, please, rub my
You check
back.
me to go get you some neck.
Can you go get me some water? Or do you know where the tiger balm is? I'm so tired.
No, even
It's just so bizarre. But then again, I could never have kids for that exact same reason.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, I understand. I was like, children be trifling individuals.
they be a lot. If you can't handle it, don't do
So
it.
I was like, because I don't know what, because thinking about like something that my sister's done, like I don't know what I would do if my child snuck a boy into my house, stole the cameras from where that I had outside, hacked them, and then like erased the footage of her doing so. I don't know what I would do. You know, what do you do?
I would send her straight to the CIA. Hey, I got a recruit for you. It seems like I have a brainiac genius right here.
I feel like we really do need to like be like, wow, you're really smart. How'd you know to do that? Because I was on that shit. I've done that a bunch of times.
That's crazy. You know, maybe I'm just of average intelligence. Because I would have never thought to do some shit like that growing up.
Me neither.
Even though I don't know how, because you know, I felt so scientifically advanced when I figured out what a VPN was.
Oh, same.
Where, like when I found out that, like, you know, I really thought I outsmarted my parents. Because my dad, you know, Apple, they have all the same Apple ID, so you could get everybody's text messages.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thought I really outsmarted my dad when I hit that sign out button.
It's crazy. Me when I learned to block my dad on social media.
Yeah!
He'll never get me back.
I'm free!
I'm safe and secure now to get do whatever I want on the internet, which is watching lesbian porn.
Oh my god.
Me when I learned how to clear a browser
Like!
history.
I've heard so many stories of kids who, like, not kids, like adults now, who when they were kids were watching that stuff and they didn't know how to delete their history, so they destroyed their computers, destroyed their iPads.
I figured out what incognito mode was from a young age.
Nice!
I said, 2 girls kissing.
Boobies.
You know, my sister wasn't as fortunate. I was like, girl, you should have said something.
I could have helped you!
How would you even bring that up to your sibling?
You don't have a sister.
This is
You don't,
true.
you
This
don't
is
have
true.
a sister.
This is true.
Sisters, there really isn't any boundaries. My sister told me the other day how she fucked and she sucked and she did all of this.
Wow!
And then wrapped it up in a nice bow and was like, can you take me to the store to get a plan B though?
What the
And I was like, no, I don't really feel like going. And she was like, I'll buy you something from Dutch Bros. And I was like,
Well,
I guess get in the fucking car. Yes, I did. That's my sister.
That's crazy.
I don't think I've ever done anything like that with my sister. I think she would just beat my ass. Like, I honestly do think she would just beat me senselessly if I had done. Well, Okay, because we all know that I'm not even the type of person to do shit like that. I'm actually high-key kind of a prude. But like,
Me?
Huh? Me. Yeah. I'm just like high-key kind of a prude. But like with my sister, I mean, like the conversations we usually have is about like TV shows and like K-dramas and stuff like that. And how she wants to like go to Korea one day and stuff like that. I'm just always like, girl, I'm not going to Korea with you.
That's wholesome and good.
Yeah, like it's always like a wholesome and good conversation.
Maybe it's just me and my sister.
I mean, like
everybody's different.
Yeah, we have like raunchy conversations sometimes, but like the first time, like, oh my gosh, the first time, like, I guess like when I came out to my sister, she started crying. She was like, how come you didn't tell me? And I was like, I mean, I had the flag in my room. And then she was like, how come because her friend at the time, well, not her friend at the time, but her best friend was like so she saw the flag in my room and she was like, oh, so and I was like, oh yeah, and then like told my sister that. She was like, so she knew before me? And then she just started sobbing. And I was like, oh.
Your sister a better person than I am. My sister came out to me and I called her a gay little bitch.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then she called me a fat ass.
Oh. And you know, that's just y'all's love.
That's so funny. Because I thought you were going to say, like, I'm going to send you to a camp.
Alright. That's evil.
I got to send you to a camp.
Hey, I should have sent her ass to a camp.
Oh, that's insane.
It's fun.
She would. She tried to say she. You know I'm my sister. She's not right.
No. I feel like little sisters aren't right, like, at all.
Never. I got three of them. Never right. None of them are right. And it's partially my fault because I raised them.
Most definitely.
I was like, this is my fault. Whenever my second sister comes up to me and she has the audacity to be like, Emily, do you know what Five Nights at Freddy's is?
That's so cute.
Do I know what Five Nights at Freddy's is? Don't recite the words to me, witch.
I know the classics.
I was there when it was written.
I know the beginning.
Don't start to me. I was there when that shit was scary, sweeping my middle school.
You know, my sister told me, oh my god, because there's this one time she had a nightmare about Five Nights at Freddy's. And she came up to me and she was like, you need to stop watching that stuff. Mind you, I'm a horror enthusiast at this age. And I'm like, it's not even that scary. It's not, you're just you're just a baby. And she's like, no, it's so scary. It's so scary. You can't watch that anymore. And I was like, bro, it's not. And then she was like, okay, well, if it's not scary to you, then, like, you know, I don't want you showing it to the boys. And I was like, my brothers. And I was like, okay, well, you know, the boys already, you know, like, my youngest brother is already on Roblox, so, like, he's seen scary
He's fine.
shit.
He's on that Slender Man game.
You know, those
pages.
Roblox horror games?
He's playing the hood. The only time I've ever been genuinely scared, and I'm not a wuss, I don't get scared at horror movies. Horror movies bore me half the time. The only time I have genuinely been scared, like sitting in, was because of a Roblox horror game.
It's true! Those shits are scary, because I know I'm a block ass bitch, right? Walking, but for some reason, I'm in this game and I'm screaming. But I'm built like I could survive 3 car accidents.
It looks like I'm gonna survive a 90 floor drop from the Empire State Building.
Like I will and walk out no scratch.
Just fine.
Like you know
this
what?
one with where we're going into a cave and we're camping and you've got like a flashlight and you run out of batteries and you're trying to find the batteries on the ground as something is hunting you in that cave.
How could I not scream? And it actually is a testament to how kids are growing up these days, because when I was younger and I was on Roblox, I was only playing like the role-playing games, but like now seeing how like advanced these games that are being made by children are,
nice. It's so nice.
It's like cook, because I know in the future the horror movie that you're gonna direct is gonna have me shitting my pants.
Or maybe they'll make a really good game. I really love when really good horror games come up and they're not attached to big companies.
Yes.
Because those big companies are failing me right now. They're failing me back to back. I tell them I'm hungry and they give me tissue paper. I can't eat tissue paper.
I can't eat tissue paper.
But these kids on Roblox cooking it up, stirring it up. Y'all know Doors? That game is beautiful.
Doors is so good. The lore behind it, but it's a Roblox game. Please. I don't even think we can go, it's a Roblox thing,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, it's kind of like whenever there's like an underdog, and then the underdog is like, suddenly it's cooking on your head. It's like, it's like...
When the underdogs become the dog.
The dog. And it's like, oh my god, this dog is 6'7", and it's about to eat me whole. And this game is amazing. Like, oh my god.
I've never eaten like this before.
I've never had a delicious meal from a big developer like this before.
I'm hungry.
Continue to cook.
I'm hungry.
Continue to cook. I need that meal. I need good food. I'm so tired of all these games that have been coming out. Like Elden Ring, the DLC was fine, right? Like all these games that have been coming out 2024, they've been okay.
Mm-hmm.
But from the horror section, whack upon whack upon whack upon whack
It's
upon
not scary.
whack. It's not scary. Like, I need Chilla's art to come back. I need that.
Where did they go?
I don't think they've gone anywhere. I just think they haven't released a game in a minute. Like, and I need good horror game players. Like, I need good.
Yes.
Where are the good horror players right now? Where did they go?
Honestly, I've thought about that a lot, and I've been looking around for good gamers that are black, are women, smaller league. Don't give me the, whoa, guys, we're gonna play. Blah, 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 blah.
Are we ready to do? And they're jumping up and down in their seat,
Yes.
like, calm down. I know that Alani
Or
was
they
like
got that
killing you.
red arrow on their fucking cover photo for
Right.
YouTube videos. I've looked around, and I'm starting to think maybe I'm just not the target demographic anymore.
Maybe.
Maybe I'm just old.
And I can't ask for like Corey Kenshin to come back.
Please don't mention him
Because
I don't need his word going.
nigga don't come
Like,
back.
please, I'm begging the samurai community, stop talking about this man.
Just let him go.
Every time he comes up on my For You page, I genuinely have to press not interested for it to stop showing up on my For You page for like at least a weekend.
Well, what he do?
He didn't do anything.
That's
He
the
actually
problem.
just left.
That is the
That's
problem.
it. He disappeared. And he
Oh.
didn't stand on business when he wanted to leave. So his goodbye video became a, guys, I'm staying for another 10K video. Please, I'm done. And he's done, and y'all need to be done.
Y'all need to
The
be done.
grieving period needs to end.
It needs to end, bro.
It's been a year.
It needs to end.
It's been a year. And even when he was here, it was like one video every 3 months.
One video every 3 months. Like, and honestly, even though, like he's not coming back, and that's for sure. Like, he's gone. It's been, the gestation period is over. He's not gonna drop another
People are
video.
trying to stalk this man. I saw Corey, he was in Japan. Or like YouTubers will have him in their
Yeah,
video.
just randomly.
Like, stop it. He doesn't want to be on camera either. You can tell.
Yeah.
I'm tired of doing this dance. Y'all need to
Speaking
move on.
of black people, we're reaching an hour. Congratulations, guys.
Oh.
Did you have anything you wanted to talk about?
I could bring it up next week because I honestly wouldn't have eaten with any of these topics. I could run through the list right now.
Okay,
So-
well, yeah, just run through it if you want.
We have fart buckle.
What the fuck is a fart
Oh
buckle?
no!
what the fuck is a
And
fart
you know,
buckle?
This is why I didn't tell you beforehand.
What is
You
a
knew
fart
something
buckle?
about it. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out.
Okay.
Tell me, who is Fart Buckle and what does he want? Let me tell you about Fart Buckle.
It started with a D&D campaign.
Oh, Jesus.
And Fart Buckle is a goblin inside a D&D campaign. You started off as an NPC.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all have ever played D&D, but D&D is an interactive role-playing game where your DM, who is your dungeon master, can come up with NPCs, non-playable characters, who your players can interact with. So a lot of times during D&D, your player party, which is people, will grow emotional attachments to NPCs, usually silly ones or shopkeepers or ones that are super consistent. So in this D&D campaign, there was a goblin named Fartbuckle. Now I don't know the Fartbuckle lore because I just saw this one video and I was like, I need to immediately leave because in my campaign, I was the Fartbuckle and my character is dead. So... And so Fartbuckle was a goblin character, and it was this little animation video of the D&D party like getting ready to die. But Fartbuckle like sacrifices himself, and he says, "Friends are good. I love my friends," or something like that. Me say friends.
Aww.
Adventure again soon.
Aww.
Something along the line, like in broken ash common language. And he dies to like an NPC major boss and ends up saving the party so that they can get out alive. And so, like, it is, like, really emotionally devastating when you're in a long-term D&D group, because sometimes these things go on for, like, 3 years. Like, my D&D campaign right now is going on its 2.5 year
Okay,
mark, and we are only about halfway done.
Do you have like anniversary things? Or
Yeah, so the anniversary for my character's death just happened like 2 weeks ago, and then my new character's birthday is in August. So,
So y'all also celebrate the birthdays?
Well, we celebrate like the days they come in, and then it depending like my D&D group is like pretty serious about like their stuff. So there's like really deep lore. We have a bunch of spin-off one-shots that affect the current universe.
Cool.
Oh yeah, it's really great. It's a lot of work just to like. It's not like I'm not saying that like in a bad way. It's just like a lot of things to remember because you're basically building a living, breathing world with like a really big group of people. So we have our dungeon master, and then we have 2, 3, 4, 5 player characters, which is pretty big by a D&D standard because most parties are only 3 people. So we have 5 people who play. And so it's just a really big, massive, living, breathing world with tons of lore, and each character has a really deep backstory, and they all intertwine. And it's really fun if, like, world building and character building is, like, your jam, but it gets really sad and emotionally devastating because my character died. My old character, her name is Perseus, and she died almost a year ago, and, like, it still affects our party to this day. There was a whole 2 sessions, and when I say sessions, I mean 6-hour sessions, where our characters were just interacting and going through grief. And it is so difficult to roleplay another person's grief and not take it on as your own. So, like, the thing about Fart Buckle is a goblin character inside that person's D&D campaign that, like, sacrificed themselves to die. And, like, now it's just emotionally devastating. Like, and it's, like, super hard to explain unless you've had, like, an emotional attachment to a character that, like, made no sense. You know? It's like, oh, like, you're watching media and you're attached to this character, and, like, it's a really dumb character, but, like, when the author goes and destroys them and you're like, well, I guess I don't want to. Yeah, it's like, I guess I don't want to be happy.
I've chosen today to be sad.
Oh, that was very interesting. I was like bouncing around the internet looking for anything, and I just kept getting the Lithuania edits and everything, and people going, "You don't know fart." I actually learned last night that Fart Buckle had 3 kids, just on a whim, just randomly, and I don't know if that was legit.
I don't know.
Somebody adding that to the story. I don't know. I think I'm gonna stop there.
All right.
That was deep.
Well, guess what, guys? It's time. It's time for our own D&D role-playing. Today, I will now officially introduce you guys into the Jupiverse, which we will be building together, step by step, brick by brick. And today, we will be talking about the most controversial political event that's ever happened in American history. The moon landing.
Oh God! I got something to say about the moon.
Well, everyone hold your horses. Hold your horses. Everyone hold your horses. Today in the Jupiverse, we will be the Jupiverse. Whenever there isn't a corner talking about politics and like video games and the such, we'll be talking about historic events that are happening, that happened or could happen in the future, right? Like maybe like President Biden not dropping out. What universe would that look like? Trump actually dying from that shot, or
so it's like a multiverse kind
of thing? Multiverse type shit. And today we will be focusing on Jupiverse's version of the moon landing. Now, the rules are you will roll to get the character. You can make the names for the character.
We're playing a game?
Yes.
Let me lock in. Actually, what if you put an intermission here?
Explain the game to the viewers. So the Jupiverse role-playing is going to be focused on historical events that have happened, and we will be making our own version of them for the Jupiverse. This will usually happen whenever like we're not talking about politics or games, And I really think this is going to be fun because I love making stories and stuff like that and writing. And I think everyone's going to really enjoy this. Hopefully that you guys really enjoy this because I had fun writing it, and I think y'all will also have a fun time playing it. So we have a raccoon in our studio. Right, we have a raccoon in our studio. So, rule number 1, you guys will roll to get the characters you want. Even or odd numbers will assign the character that you have. And then if you roll a high number, and there are questions. So there are sections where you have comments, and then there are sections where you have questions, right? And if you get the answer right, you roll, and then you get a piece of lore or evidence from the universe that you're building. And then towards the end of the story, you guys will make your defense on which of the universes that you are a part of is going to be canonized in the Jupi universe.
I see. I like this game.
Yeah,
You're going down.
Huh?
Damn.
And your canon are going down.
I don't even know what's going on.
I'm saying that.
We have to battle out our own canons.
Yeah, you have to battle your
To
own.
be which one is going to be the dominant canon in the Jupiverse.
And I'm gonna cause so many problems.
Yes, you guys can enter. You can add stuff, but I will also be giving you things as well.
Are we allowed to erase things?
Unless I say so.
Okay, so this is like an Alan Wake situation.
Yes, unless I say so. So, we're gonna roll. Our first character is a 65-year-old crazy moon landing denier that believes the moon landing was shot in Nickelodeon Studios to promote children to send in their feet pics.
What the
All
hell?
right, now pay. That's just true.
No. We are canonizing, okay? Our second person is a person who believes they're a moon star child who met Neil Armstrong on the moon, and they met Neil Armstrong's secret lover and is in a throuple with the two of them.
Hey, can I have that?
You have to roll.
Please.
So the first one is odd and the second one is even. Whoever gets the odd or the even first gets that character.
Please give me an even number. I really want that.
Please. Yes! Okay,
Do I still roll?
No.
Okay.
Oh, it was just in my hands?
Yes, I'm sorry. So you get to decide. Why are you still rolling?
You get your fate decided 3 out of 3.
What is your name for this character?
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. I cannot pronounce that so
It's
many
like
times.
punk.
Pumpkin.
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 No. Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Punk.
Punk.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Okay. I might have to pull that out, but I will respect your choices. What is your character's name? Moon Star Child?
Why did she get an awesome nickname?
No, that's what she is.
Oh.
She believes that she's a Moon Star Child.
Honestly, my brain immediately wanted to say Joe Biden.
Joe Biden?
Yeah.
I mean, do you want it to be Joe Biden?
I think I'll just let it happen.
Okay. All right. Moving into the game, we have pumpkin.
Like
we got
pumpkin without the M. Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. We got PP over here. We got PP on my right, and we got Joe Biden.
JB.
Yeah, call me JB.
We got JB on my left and PP on my right. Let's get this story going. America, setting the scene. Home of the free, land of the brave, where the hot dog reigns supreme during a baseball game in the afternoon. America is the place to dream big. So big that you might just end up on the moon. Today on the Jupiverse, we're talking about the moon landing. In the year 1961, JFK was determined, and I mean determined, to get a man on the moon. So much so, he made a special appeal to the special joint session of Congress saying, I believe this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before the decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to Earth. Now, how do y'all feel about like JFK and his ambitions? Like, do you think, you know, how do you feel if you were the president? What would be one of the ambitions that you wanted to do?
Well, since I am Joe Biden,
No, you're 19. Shut up.
Did you say Joe Biden was 1 too? That's what I get.
You looked up his age. Wait, he was 19 when JFK was president?
He was born in 1942.
Yeah, I had to look up to make sure I wasn't being up here with a 6-year-old.
Oh my god.
I had to make sure my opponent wasn't 4.
That's so
to be
funny.
like, go get on the potty, bitch. Don't you got student loans? Don't you got college class to get to? Get to it, skippy boy.
Wasn't Joe Biden like racist like that?
He was. He had. Well, he said he wasn't racist, but like during his time in the Senate and the Congress, he did support some segregationists. But that's for another day.
He's not like that anymore. Not my Joe.
Wow. Are y'all doing this in character, or is this who you really are?
No, that's a character.
This is the character. This is PP. That's his character. He's a Joe Biden supporter.
I'm 19. How old are you?
I said you were 65.
Hey, whoa!
Not you inappropriately touching 19-year-old Joe Biden.
They're in character. They're about to ask me for feet pics.
Wow. Okay. She said I'm 19. What happened? Okay, moving on. Now, at this time, the U.S. was getting their ass whooped in the space race by the Soviet Union. The Cold War was making Americans feel like bitches, and so they needed to pick me up. And like a father, you know, taking his kid to get ice cream after losing a fight that he should have definitely won, he proposed the moon landing. So, 5 years later, NASA, international scientists, and engineers came together to plan how to get a man on the moon. They started with an unmanned spacecraft called the Apollo mission. First question. Why do you think they started with an unmanned spacecraft when the goal was to put a man on the moon? Like, wouldn't you think, just to cut to the chase, you know? Closest person to get this question right gets the point.
Oh, this is genuine.
Yes.
I'm telling you right now, they didn't put no man on the damn moon.
Okay. Just answer the question the best you can.
So
whether it's out, you can answer the question out of character or in
if a
character.
rocket ship could even make it to the moon in the first place. And it can't, because they were in a race with the Russians.
Okay, but say that again. Because I was talking over you.
They were trying to see if the rocket technology could even make it to the moon. Newsflash, it can't.
Okay.
That's why they had to hire Nickelodeon.
to shoot it? Okay. Joe Biden.
My dad said it was to beat the dirty Soviets.
Is that your answer?
It's actually the Germans.
The Germans?
Get your facts right.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, that was the atomic bomb.
What the fuck? Okay.
But I think that it's aliens. Aliens told them not to.
Are these your actual answers or no? Because
that's JB's final lock in. Lock it in.
Are you locking that in? You're locking yours in? All right. The answer was, safety, of course. They wanted to see if, the structural integrity could, survive the mission to the moon. PP gets the first point, and you get classified
I'm sorry.
You are so excited. You get classified documents from secret operatives that contain a list that weirdly resembles the Jeffrey Epstein list released in 2021. You're allowed to have 3 names on the list to support your defense later on in the game. So you need to write the names right now.
Of who I'm going to bring up to defend my theory?
Yeah, that it was a false thing. Give her some. Give PP some time.
What do I get?
No.
Nothing. You didn't get the question.
You didn't get the question. Nothing.
I just want everyone to know
who
what
else?
you just yelled.
What's your daddy's name?
Damn.
That's a good question.
Looking up Joe Biden's dad's name is crazy.
Who is Pop? I'm just gonna put Pop down. Papa Biden.
Papa Biden.
Who else? I got this person.
His
this
name
person.
is Joseph.
Joe Biden.
Senior.
Oh, he was definitely named after his.
All right, and who else?
You could put my son.
No.
Hunter Biden.
I've got the. Do I show you?
You can tell me the names. Okay. Okay, period.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, okay, period.
Right, I'm winning.
Okay.
Wait, can I add a fourth?
No, I said only 3 names.
Can I just cross out one of them?
I'm not even in college yet.
You need to lock in your answer.
Okay, hold on.
She said, I'm not even in college yet. I'm 19.
I fixed it.
Go to college.
Period. I don't know how the people are going to respond to that, but okay.
Gotta get him before he's dead.
Locking in your answer. I'm locking in your answer. All right. Unfortunately and horrifically, tragedy struck on January 27th, 1967. A fire broke out at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida.
She's cheating.
You cheating, JB?
I'm trying to.
You cheating, JB?
I just wanted to know when I went to university.
Okay. I'm gonna repeat the section again. Unfortunately and horrifically, a tragedy struck. January 27th, 1967, a fire broke out at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. It happened during a manned launch pad test of the Apollo spacecraft and the Saturn rocket. 3 astronauts were claimed in this fire.
They died? That's
Yeah.
why they had to hire Nickelodeon Dan Schneider.
Oh my goodness. Pour one out. Pour three glasses for the 3 astronauts. Don't do that. Not on the table. No, JD. You're not senile yet. But the American spirit must prevail. Mm-hmm. And it did. NASA and their team continued to determine to put a man on the moon. Mm. After the horrible tragedy, they made the first manned Apollo mission, orbited Earth, and successfully tested the systems needed to conduct the moon journey. Now, do y'all think that the American spirit is still here today? Because I honestly don't believe it.
Like, genuine or my character?
Genuine. And you can answer out of character or in character.
I think the American spirit live and well. Live and well.
Alive and well?
Live and well.
Alive and well. What
America.
You, JB? You are to be president one day. So.
America.
Is that all you
Alive and well.
Is that all you
Alive and well.
Is that all you want to say?
He just copied my answer.
Yeah, I
did. Okay. All right. In December the same year, the Apollo 8 team took 3 astronauts to the far side of the moon and back. In March 1969, Apollo 9 tested a lunar module for the first time in Earth's orbit. And then that May, 3 astronauts of the Apollo 10 took the first complete Apollo spacecraft around the moon in a dry run for the scheduled moon landing in July. So we were getting there. We were getting band on band on band. You know, we were going band for band with the Soviets. We were like, we did this, we did that. What's going on with you?
They just killed that dog.
They did kill that dog. They did kill that dog in this time period. Second question: if you notice, the Apollo missions went up in numbers. Can you figure out the name of the Apollo mission that happened after the fire? You have 3 choices: Apollo 6, Apollo 7, or Apollo 5.
Apollo 7.
Apollo 5.
Let's check these answers.
And you know I'm probably right.
What was your answer?
Apollo 7.
What was your answer?
Apollo 5.
Are we locking in these answers?
Yeah.
The answer was Apollo 7.
Damn. You know, I actually have never seen space before. Maybe it was the Nickelodeon weirdo.
You getting this answer correct has given you video evidence of Buzz Aldrin, another astronaut. Has given you video evidence of Buzz Aldrin, another astronaut that was on the Apollo team that went to the moon. Video evidence of him entering Nickelodeon Studios a couple of days before the space launch, barefoot and covered in slime. Yes.
It's not looking good for you, Joe. You're gonna have to start a music career.
I will. Oh my god. You know, I graduated with an arts degree.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Joe Biden graduated with an arts degree?
He double majored in politics, but like that thing was called a Bachelor of Arts.
Wow. Okay. The big day is now here at 9:32 a.m. on July 16th, which is actually a couple days ago. I actually wrote this like thing because yeah, it actually happened. All of it happened last week, or like this week and then a couple days.
Wrap it up, Yapper. I'm trying to figure out if I'm winning this
sorry. So on July 16th, with the world watching, Apollo 11 took off from the Kennedy Space Center with the astronauts Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Cohen aboard. Armstrong was like the captain of the Apollo 11. Yes, arm is strong.
Oh.
After traveling 240,000 miles in 76 hours, and they probably had to raw dog that flight. Like, could you imagine raw dogging 76 hours?
Yeah. Fine.
What?
It's not that long. It's like 3 days.
What the fuck?
It's 3 days. That's fine.
Sitting and doing nothing?
Bitch,
for
and
3
I'm
days?
getting paid $500,000 a day to be in. They live in life luxuriously, and they're going to the fucking moon. I feel like I would be just fine. I would be out there looking like.
The mission started with 3 dead astronauts, so I really don't know.
And I'm the product of the 3 dead astronauts. I'm what their sacrifice has got us to. I am literally the first motherfucker in space. I ain't sleeping. I ain't sleeping. I ain't missing the goddamn wink because I'll be damned if somebody else sees an alien before I do.
Okay.
I'll kill myself.
What the fuck?
I would kill myself if I was Neil Armstrong and Richard, whatever his dumb fucking face was like, Neil, what's this? Mother him.
Mother him.
Could you imagine if anybody else besides Neil Armstrong listed the baller ass line, one small step for man, one giant ass step for mankind, if it was somebody else other than Neil ass Armstrong?
You think he was thinking about that line on the way there?
Yes,
like he planned that.
He spent all 3 days.
I gotta cook.
There's only one opportunity you get when you step onto the moon. You can only do it for the first time once. So what do you say?
We'll get to that in a second. So, now, they traveled for 240,000 miles in 76 hours, and they finally entered the lunar orbit on July 19th. Okay. Next day, at 1:46 p.m., the lunar module, named the Eagle, was manned by Armstrong and Aldrin, separated from the command module, so it was like you had the departure part. Module where Colin, Michael, the last guy that no one really remembers, remained. Yeah, sadly. Shout out to Michael. 2 hours later, the Eagle began its descent into the lunar surface oh damn, what's wrong? Right. Oh my god.
Once again, I am 19.
They started heading for the lunar surface at 4:17 p.m. The craft touched down on the southwestern edge of the Sea of Tranquility, which is like a large crater on the moon. Armstrong immediately radioed in to the mission control in Houston, Texas, the now famous message: The Eagle has landed. The Eagle has landed. Okay. I sounded like Obama for a second.
You did.
Obama. Okay. If you had your own country and your country had just landed on the moon, what would you say instead of eagle? And do you think there could have been like a better animal to say instead of eagle for the Americans?
Honestly, I feel like that was very fitting for the Americans. It is the representative bird of this country. So I feel like you can disagree with me.
You got a better animal?
For America?
I mean, for just in general, like if you can come up with anything better. I would have said the dragon. The dragon is back.
That's not a real thing.
Well, doesn't matter. It's my game. It's my game. It's my game. We're talking about the movie. It's my game.
We're talking about the movie.
In the Jupiverse, it's my game. It's my universe. In my universe, they landed on the moon and said the dragon is back on the moon.
That's crazy.
And that's literally.
That's not even a real fucking creature. You're gonna tell me you're gonna take me to some place as real as the fucking moon, and you're gonna put a cartoon?
Wow! So all my East Asian representatives and fans out there.
Me? You're talking about me?
I can't.
What's your Chinese Chinese zodiac.
I can't believe this.
Go ahead and tell us.
Dragons are not cartoon characters. They're beings of myth and legend, and they deserve
AKA not real.
Okay. What is your animal? What is your animal?
I think the North American badger would be a baller-ass creature to represent America and put on the fucking moon.
But what would you say with that? What would you say?
The badger has crawled onto the crater. Like, what the fuck?
You know, badger.
What's that?
You just go badger.
Badger.
Houston, badger.
No, Badger.
Badger.
Roger, badger.
Right. What would be your animal?
What's that animal that comes out of the ground like
The
once?
groundhog?
Yeah.
Really?
The groundhog is
Really?
something along those lines.
Really?
Hey man, what do you want from me?
Something better.
The American badger. That's a scary ass animal.
Wow.
Way scarier than a bald eagle. You ever seen that shit face forward?
Damn, why are you so symmetrical?
Or mongoose.
Okay, moving on. At 10:39 p.m., 5 hours ahead of schedule, Armstrong opened the hatch of the lunar module. As he made his way down the module ladder, a television camera attached to the craft recorded his progress. Reported his progress and beamed the signal back to Earth, where hundreds of millions were watching in great anticipation. What is that?
That's the American badger.
Okay.
And
badger.
the lesser cousin of the African honey badger.
Oh.
That shit's scary.
Okay. Do you think you'd be able to fight one off?
Absolutely not.
Oh, really?
Absolutely not.
You would lose?
Badgers fuck up lions.
Really?
Yes.
The African honey badger.
The African honey badgers will fuck up a lion. They don't play with crocodiles. They don't play with nobody.
I thought you watched Wild Kratts.
Nobody fucks with the African honey badger. It's on a whole new level. They are mean, medium-sized marsupials.
That's so
they're about yay big. They're like thin, aren't they?
No, they're big.
No,
big
like,
round.
I like seeing them from the top down.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like a fucking stingray.
They're like flat.
They're flat.
Okay. At 10:56 p.m., as Armstrong stepped down from the ladder and planted his foot on the moon's powdery surface, he spoke his famous quote, which later contended was slightly garbled because of his microphone, but was meant to be, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind."
Yeah, we had the quote wrong earlier. I was looking like, isn't that a Mandela effect?
Oh, okay. Oh, so it was leap and not step.
Yeah. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you guys think is the worst thing to say after landing on the moon for the first time? The worst thing that you could come up with. It would have been like, "Damn, this shit is slippery." Or like, "It's boring up here."
They beat us here.
They beat us here would be so bad. Oh my god.
That'd be like, comrades, we've made it.
That'd be horrible. Oh my god.
They cut the mic. You have to play it by yourself.
Is that a red flag? Hang on. Xi Jinping.
That's evil.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Aldrin joined him on the moon's surface 19 minutes later, and together they took photographs of the terrain, planted the U.S. flag, ran a couple of tests, and spoke with President Richard Nixon at the time from Houston. Fuck you, it shouldn't have been you, it should have been JFK. Fuck you, Nixon, I will never like you. They will never make me like you, Nixon. I fucking hate you.
I've already locked in my answers.
What's your... Anyway.
My three witnesses.
Oh, okay.
From earlier.
Oh, sorry. Now you just told her what your witnesses
I only
were.
told her the one. I ain't got told about the secret two.
Okay.
I figured JB would know the American president.
Yeah. You are one. Well, you are destined to become. Do you not know who Richard Nixon is?
Oh, I know that man.
Aren't you like 20 at this age, at this time?
Am I?
Yeah, it's been like a couple years, right? Like 24. You're in college right now, right?
I'm in college.
Yeah.
I'm old.
At 1:11 a.m. on July 21st, both of the astronauts We're back. Damn. We got. Is
Yeah,
this
on our
shit?
own. Yeah, I was
We're
like,
on our
ooh.
own asteroid.
We are in the ship.
We are in the ship right now. On July 21st, both astronauts were back in the lunar module with the hatch closed. The two men slept on the surface of the moon that night.
What?
And at 1:54 p.m., the Eagle began its ascent back to the command module, so back to Collins, the main ship. The men left a couple of things on the moon. Humans can like never leave a place without leaving something there. Like they just always litter wherever they go.
I gotta mark it.
What was left on the moon?
The American flag.
Hold on.
The footstep.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Those
Let
are
me
my
finish the
answers. You can't
question.
steal 'em.
Okay.
What was left on the moon besides the American flag?
Got him.
And what is the craziest thing that you own that you would leave on the moon on accident or on purpose?
First of all, I
Best-
believe the Alaskan bullworm.
Hold on.
I was thinking the same
Let me
thing.
finish the question.
Sorry.
If you get the first answer right about what they left on the moon, you get a point. And then you get another... Oh, you don't get a... Well, if you get the first question right, you get to roll to get the full point, right?
Okay.
So, what do you think was left on the moon by these men?
I feel like it's a baseball.
Okay.
Can I?
Closest answer wins.
I think either like. Can I give 3?
No, I only gave 1.
No.
Oh, okay.
Closest answer wins.
Maybe like a small tin of mints or like a cigar case. or
Listen
something.
to me.
I hear you.
What did these astronauts
Yeah.
leave on the moon? I know that I said that humans litter, but you obviously cannot litter on the moon if you're an
Who's gonna stop me?
astronaut.
What are they gonna do? Get the space police? How would they know? It's between me, Aldrin, and the guy who wasn't even there. Who are they gonna believe? Old Neil?
This is also being broadcasted. I hope y'all remember.
Yeah, the camera's like.
Okay, well.
Anyways, my answer is baseball.
Your answer is a baseball?
An American base.
I'm not allowing y'all to change your answers. I'm telling you, they didn't just leave anything willy-nilly.
Oh.
So, think about it.
Yeah, an American.
At baseball.
Actually, I feel like I actually know the answer.
Me too.
I feel like it was dog tags.
Dog tags?
Like American dog tags, like military dog tags.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
I'm gonna have 2 answers.
Maybe
Dog
like-
tag and baseball.
a locket.
A locket?
Yeah.
What's the same thing as a dog tag?
Not really.
Fine, I'm gonna go with dog
I mean,
tag.
I think they're both kind of like the same.
Alright.
Oh.
Yeah, because they're
Okay.
both sentimental. Like,
Yeah.
Maybe like somebody.
how about we have that as like the group? We could have a combined answer, and then nobody gets the point if it's that one we were just right.
I can give both of y'all the answer. Like, if you have like a combined answer, then I can give y'all
You both
the
okay. So
points.
our combined answer slash like is like a sentimental like locket slash dog tag, since
Uh-huh.
that's kind of the same thing.
Okay.
And then my answer is a baseball.
Uh-huh.
What about like rations?
Rations?
Yeah.
Why would you leave rations on the moon?
For the Russians.
For the Russians? GGP! Okay, well, what do you guys think what is the worst thing? What was the question? Fuck, I lost my question.
My fucking bonnet.
Okay. Okay, what is the craziest thing you can leave on the moon purposely on accident? Your bonnet?
Yes.
That's so
I
funny.
be forgetting that shit, and then I get up in the plane. I'm like, fuck!
My bonnet's on the moon!
That'd be the worst thing.
Yeah. On accident or on purpose.
The keys to your car.
Oh, Jesus. You're not getting those back. You might as well just sell it for a new car, honestly. That's pretty
What is
cool.
the worst thing I leave?
Your singular hair tie.
No. It's a QR code reader. A QR code to Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick.
Ashley.
Okay.
And it's just the QR code laminated, stuck in the moon.
Oh, that would be cool.
Okay.
Biggest Rick roll of all time.
When
All
does
right.
that come out?
19. It was definitely a 70s song.
Mm.
Or like an 80s song. No, 80s. Definitely 80s.
That's what I'm leaving on the moon.
Cool. All right. The answer was it was a plaque that read, Here men from the planet Earth first set foot on the moon, July 1969. we come in peace for all of mankind.
That's basically close enough. I said dog tags.
Yeah. So the combined answer was correct. You get a credit card receipt for Whataburger. Do you want your evidence or no?
Yes, I was giving her point.
Okay.
My 1 point.
You, PP, get a credit card receipt for Whataburger, McDonald's, and a sex shop called Seeing Stars, along with testimonies from shoppers saying that they saw Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin shopping at the store. You also get video evidence of them both heading back to Nickelodeon Studios, leaving barefoot. So they go to Nickelodeon Studios, and then there's video evidence of them leaving barefoot.
So fancy.
You get, JB, you show that there are mushrooms, like you have mushrooms that were claimed to have been grown on the moon that lead to one finding them true themselves. The mushrooms had never been seen on Earth before. And you also have a picture of you, Neil Armstrong, and a pink humanoid creature at a private beach in South Padre after the moon landing.
And you know what? I love us. We would do it up.
I love this throuple.
Oh.
All right. Now do y'all understand the pieces of evidence that you have?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, moving on. At 5:35 p.m., Armstrong and Aldrin successfully docked and rejoined Colin. At 12:56 a.m. on July 22nd, the Apollo 11 team made their journey back home, splashing down safely in the Pacific Ocean at 12:50 p.m. on July 24th. There were 5 more successful lunar missions, 1 unplanned lunar swingby, which had to be aborted because of technical difficulties. The last men that were on the moon were Eugene Carmen and Harrison Schmitt on the Apollo 17 mission that left the lunar surface December 14th, 1972. Your last question.
That was crazy. I'm cooked.
Your last question. With 5 more successful missions, how many Americans were able to actually walk on the moon?
Oh. Is it like whoever's closer to the number?
Yes.
Do you know the answer already?
Well, I'm doing math.
Okay. Math. We got a mathematician over here.
And it's like individual people?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
You have an answer?
Yes.
What's your answer?
14.
14?
I have one more question.
Uh-huh.
Is it like just the American people, or is it like
Just the Americans. No other country, just the Americans. American astronauts.
8?
14?
14. 8.
8. The answer was 12.
That was off by 2 people.
But there were 24 people in total who've been to the moon. So, since you got the question right, you get a hidden advertisement that was never released to the public showing Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin sitting next to each other in spacesuits with their hands covered in slime. And on the ad it reads, set foot on the moon with us by sending us your feet pictures.
That's disgusting.
And I'll hand you this one because, you know, just like in puppet history, you know, you also get
jelly bean?
Yeah, you will also get a jelly bean.
Oh, another point?
Yeah, just give her another point, you know, because this is you know, a participation for the first one.
Crazy.
Do I get another point for participation?
No, because you've been winning.
I don't want the point.
I'm suffering from success.
Yes.
Not my fault. I know American history. Not my fault. I paid attention to class.
My apologies, everyone. I'm just gonna give you this last one because this is the first time we're doing this, and it's like a symbolic nature. Okay.
Okay.
You get to finish this off. A wedding registration form from 1971 detailing the names of 3 people, Neil, you, and a mysterious individual named Gara. Stapled to the wedding registration form is a photo of an ultrasound with a baby, where the baby has a tail, and the patient's name on the picture reads Armstrong.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Now that you know the story and you have your evidence, make your defenses.
I don't don't even think three-throuple weddings are legalized in most of the United States, so that wedding is invalid. First of all,
it was a form that was never turned in.
Yeah, so it's an invalid wedding. So I'm not going to accept that this baby can belong to anybody.
And with the tail?
Yeah. Human beings have tails. I have a tailbone. It gets hurt all the time. First of all, that child could be a furry for all I know, and it could have been doctor-cated. Okay. They have all sorts of doctor-cated pictures. First of all, I have a picture of Neil Armstrong and the other gay astronaut sitting in a picture right here.
Wait, no, I forgot to say. Oh, it's because you didn't get that point. I'm so sorry.
Sitting in a picture, asking for fake pictures with the Nickelodeon. Same dudes with a McDonald's for a credit card receipt. Go to McDonald's, sinister sex shop, and Whataburger. And they seen them here on Earth, and they were walking around barefoot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Video evidence of the team entering Nickelodeon Studios.
Mm-hmm.
And my 3 witnesses of Richard Nixon, of the president of that time. I found a list of people who were in on it. Richard Nixon, the president during that time when the supposed moon landing happened. He's there written down as with an NDA statement.
Okay.
Can't speak on this. As you all know, he was also famously known for Watergate.
Yes.
So that's 2 scandals under this man's belt. My second one, Martin Luther King Jr.
Okay.
He had a dream.
Okay.
A dream that the people wouldn't lie.
Okay.
Wouldn't cheat and exploit other people.
Right.
And that includes colored and whites.
Right.
My third witness on this list, Oprah Winfrey.
Okay.
But we're on a first name basis, so just Oprah.
Okay.
She actually went in there with film crew, found the evidence of the strings that they attached.
Yes.
Slept with Neil Armstrong, so I don't know where that baby came from.
Okay.
And those are my witnesses. If you deny the facts and the evidence, you're just a hoot. You're just a redneck hoot. I have the evidence here. I have video footage. Okay. And all you have is a falsified wedding certificate.
Now, I do disagree with you.
And a baby with a tail.
I think what you had was a bunch of lookalikes, because I know my man, and he gonna stay around, and he's gonna be true. He is a father. He stepped up. He came with me, and what?
Can I ask a question? Go ahead. It says here on your birth certificate that you identify as male. Yes?
Hold on, I need to put in rules. I have to put in rules. No disparaging of the other person.
What are you talking about? I'm not disparaging. I said confirm from facts. It says here on your birth certificate you were born in 1942.
Okay.
Yes. Can you yes or no?
Oh, I forgot you were Joe Biden.
I am Joe Biden.
Notes here on the birth certificate that you were male, born male.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that means no reproductive organs.
Now, I do disagree with you.
No. I just need yes or no.
No, I need to
No
clarify
reproductive
a few
organs?
things. I need to.
I didn't ask for
clarify a few
clarification. I asked yes or no.
I need to clarify a few things because, first of all, I'm not from here. I came from the fucking stars.
So
yes.
I'm not going to listen to a non-American tell me about Americans.
But you're friends with MLK, right? How are you friends with MLK?
MLK was fighting for Black
racist.
Americans' rights. Black Americans' rights. Rights here, the civil rights movement of the United States of America.
And I just want you to know,
couldn't fight for everybody.
I just want you to know your ratings are going down for this.
Ratings
because
are going
people
down.
do
What
not
planet are you
appreciate.
from?
People do not appreciate.
What planet are you from? The American
That's
citizens.
none of your business.
The American citizens. We have a terrorist among us.
What? A terrorist.
She is trying to plague us.
I brought their Neil Armstrong back to Earth.
Wow.
That was me.
Wow.
That was me. Those photos you saw of me on the beach with my man and my girl, we were having a good time. And so what?
That's
we wanted
not
to get married.
That's
but
not.
people like this prevented
This
that.
isn't crazy.
People like this is the reason why we
I'd
can't
like
be
to remind
together.
the American citizens that this is 1961.
And I have a question for you. Where is your hate taking you?
It's not
How
hatred.
far is
it's
your
just
hate
that's
gonna get
against the Lord and our Savior Jesus Christ.
Right.
I've read the Bible, but you wouldn't know anything about that because you're not an American.
Right.
Brainwashed Neil Armstrong.
Right. And I think I would have met God if I was out there in space, but I haven't seen him.
Right.
I haven't seen him.
It also says right here that you have brought back moon mushrooms, an unauthorized illegal substance brought into our great nation of the United States.
How can you not call this racism? That is my culture.
That regulated substance in the United States.
That is my culture.
She's trying to plague the American people.
Culture.
Oh my God.
She's trying to plague
the American people
to help us be a part of the universe.
Is she eating me up right now?
Using the racist way.
I don't know why you're acting like this.
Actually, first of all, you can't be racist. You're Joe Biden. First of all, you're a white man in America, so let's talk about racism. Because I'm a 65-year-old man. Let's talk about ageism.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when you young people always trying to move in and take us out, and we're the ones who built this, and you can't talk about the housing crash market because that hasn't happened yet.
You know what I do want to talk about?
Because you know what
you know
you
what
are.
I do want to talk about?
Okay,
there
boomer.
are.
Okay,
Wow. You're 65 and you're
Alright.
talking to me.
Yeah, this is
and I'm a child.
1961.
Okay.
And exactly, you are a child. You go get yourself educated.
Get myself.
I don't want to tell you about no racism.
Who has a degree?
Because what was Joe Biden's
Who
balance
has
at
a
this
degree
time?
here?
Let's go.
Do you have a degree? I don't think so.
I do have a degree.
What university did you go to? I went to Delaware. Do you know your university?
University.
I don't think
I went to Cornell University.
so. Cornell? They
University.
let you in?
And then I studied, and then I was an English major at Princeton. Thank you for asking. Then I was an English major at Princeton, and then I went to Harvard Medical School just for my last years before I became a graduate, just so I could become a doctorate in psychology.
I can't believe this for a second.
And
I
then-
think
and ma'am, I hear you.
you
And
just
I think
misgendered me.
that you had a baby, yes?
Okay.
No,
What's
I
that?
said,
And then I asked you if you identified as male, and you said, "Let me
no,
explain."
I said that the name on the ultrasound was Armstrong, so Armstrong is the one who was pregnant.
Oh, but then I asked if you were male, and you said, "Let me explain."
Yes, and I never
So-
got to land. So unlike Neil definitely landed.
Oh Jesus.
I believe this conversation has deterred from the moon landing.
Yes, go back to your evidences.
Okay.
Go back to your evidences.
So while I do believe, there's a lot more evidence up against me, that is just because I'm a minority in this situation and the system.
Your evidence is
always
moon
raised
mushrooms
against me.
picture of you on a vacation
Yes.
in a non-legal wedding registry.
Yes. Now I don't know how the system.
Non-legal wedding registry.
Now
Picture of you from a vacation.
I don't know how the system of debates
And
work
illegal
on this
substances.
planet. I've only been here for a little bit.
Right.
Neil had the baby and we're supposed to go back to space. We weren't supposed to be here. Okay, but since y'all are debating,
And your husband, are y'all married?
Yes.
No, you're not, because your wedding was not officiated. You're not married.
You're gonna do this to me.
Well, no, I'm just clarifying the facts. I'm not doing anything.
Is
to
there
you.
a date on the wedding registry?
Yes.
In the courthouse, not the fake date that they put on there. I'm
Yes.
talking about
Oh my goodness.
in the
What-
court
What's
legally.
the date on
Yes.
it? What's the date on it?
The date is May 17th, 1971.
And when was the last time you saw?
So
my
was it
husband?
registered in the courthouse?
It was never completed.
So this is not real.
I said it was never completed.
Okay, so it's not real.
No, that's
It was
what
not
that means.
completed
No,
or
that's
filed.
not
That's
what
exactly what it
Because if
means.
we recognize the
No.
laws in your
No.
racist country,
Racist.
you would understand.
So, okay,
that
so
even
things
if I
like-
went,
So things
Even
like
if I
that might
went-
fly in your space planet. However, here on Earth, in
I'm
order
so
for our marriage,
I'm so sick. I can't do this.
you're sick as a white American man.
Oh.
All right.
We are. We
Alright.
all have.
You're sick as a white American man.
This is what we're doing.
Where is your family
We
currently?
are going to have to end this debate soon. Can I?
Can I ask one more point?
Okay.
So, as the father, if you're going to be the father,
If
because
am
I don't
the
see you
father.
providing.
I am, wow.
Do
I am
you have-
protecting
no.
my family from this nonsense.
Protecting
right
your
now.
family, you are putting them on the news, gassing them out, exploiting them to public
You're
propaganda.
the one with all this film footage.
No, you're the
whatever
one.
hell.
You're the one out here trying to prove something that's
We-
not
we
real.
need to go
I've
back
not
to the
brought
evidence
people that
center
have
now.
not been. You're
No
exploiting a child.
disparaging characters. We
How
need
is
to
that
get back to-
disparaging a character? I'm
You're
pointing out
saying that
facts.
she wasn't gonna be. You're saying that he wasn't gonna be there for his
I
child.
know. I'm saying he's currently not there for it. Because how is he there for his child if he's exploiting this child
You're
on the
attacking
internet?
his character.
Okay, is he not attacking my
Why are we
character when
even
he calls
talking
me
about my
racist?
kids? This has
Okay,
nothing to do with
So
my
I
kids.
feel like
Alright.
like you were biased.
No.
You're supposed to be a neutral
Listen to
party.
me.
So you call me racist?
Order in the court. Order in the court. Order in the court. Order in the court.
He called me racist.
He's saying that your ideologies are racist.
So he can say that, but I can't say that I think
You're
it
saying-
is-
And this is the true American spirit right here. Right here. This is it. This is how
Okay.
they act.
Okay.
And
Fine.
this person is trying to talk about our American history, but shames America itself in its practices.
I'm not trying
So,
to talk about the American
that's
history.
what's
I'm trying to
happening.
tell
We
the
are
truth about the moon
defending
landing.
if the moon landing is real.
I was
Final statements. PP go.
All right, my final statements are: I have video, time, date, stamped official documentation in the form of a credit card, in the form of video, in the form of surveillance videos from four different locations: Nickelodeon, McDonald's, Whataburger, and Sinister Sex Tape Store.
Okay.
Then I also have photo evidence, both time stamped with, can you agree that this is your husband in this picture?
No. I'm looking at it.
You cannot ask her any more questions.
I cannot ask
these
questions.
Are final statements.
All right, this is Neil Armstrong in this picture. This is official NASA uniform with the nameplate and everything. This is an official ad campaign pad where at the bottom, if you read the fine print, says endorsed by Neil Armstrong. Okay. There he is in the picture.
No, they'll be their final statements.
And I would like to point out that my opponent's evidence is moon mushroom, vacation pictures, and unofficial marriage licenses.
Okay, thank you, PP. JB, what is your final statement? You have 30 seconds.
I remember the first time I laid eyes on Neil when he landed, and he did his little skip to my loo on my planet. I was in wonder.
About a moon.
I was in wonder, and it felt wrong because at first I didn't believe in polyamory. I was already married to my current wife, and she was there with me, and she held my hand. She was like, "It's okay, I feel the same way." And that night when they slept, we went into the ship, and we pulled him out. We were like, "Hey, we want to talk." Rightfully so, he was freaking out, but one thing led to another, and we were together. And when he left, my wife and I, we followed him back down, and
I do not want to hear their alien sex tape.
It was scary because we thought we were ever going to see him again. The American people hated us immediately. Red flags. They wanted to shoot us out of the sky. Yes.
You're done. That was the end of your.
Damn.
I don't answer each.
I'm so sorry. You wasted your time.
I'm sorry.
All right. I will now decide which is being canonized into the Jupiverse. The council has decided.
Is this like a point-based system or how good their case was?
All of it. All of it. PP's universe will be canonized. I'm sorry, JB. You just didn't pull up a good defense.
And you know what? Now I know you don't believe in love.
Oh, okay.
Pulling the racism
And
part.
whatever dupe of a Neil Armstrong y'all have down here, I just want you to know that's not the real Neil. And if you ever want the true facts, you know where to go.
Okay.
The moon.
The moon.
Okay. Well, thank you guys.
Good luck, all 12 people. You might get kidnapped in the middle of the night and space launched by two women that you don't even know if you can procreate with. So.
That's crazy.
I think we know.
Imagine waking up in the middle of the night and you see Joe Biden. Oh my god! This big amalgamation.
It's like what the fuck is her name from Steven Universe? You just see Rose standing next to Joe Biden.
No, that's not who I was imagining. I was imagining Gwen's mom.
Oh,
that's my wife.
Okay. Well, that's gonna end it for the Jupiverse moon landing episode. Thank you guys so much for participating and listening. Thank you to both of my debaters for joining in and just being an all-around riot.
Can we do this again?
Yes, we can.
She likes arguing with me.
We will be doing this again, and hopefully, maybe with the Cuban Missile Crisis. That would be fun.
I need to know what that's about. I don't know what that's about. People talk about it.
I'm the wrong person to be arguing about it.
Don't worry, you'll just be arguing about with the evidence I give you, which will be all illuminated.
Which is crazy. Your evidence was wackadoodle.
Yeah, no, I had some more shit.
Actually, can you go through the evidence?
So your first evidence, if you had gotten it the first time, you would have gotten physical photo evidence of you and Neil at Disneyland and then at a club called the Pink Pony Club. If you had gotten the second question, you would have gotten a love letter allegedly written by Neil Armstrong, covered in astronaut fingerprints that weirdly smells like space. And then, if you got the third question, Oh, you did get the third question, which was the mushrooms.
Yeah.
That's what you missed out on. Yeah.
It's okay.
It's gonna get crazier and it's gonna get even better. Y'all want to move into beverage of the week and close this out?
Oh yeah.
It has been 2 hours though, so we can just close it right now.
Yeah. No beverage of the week when we do Jupiverse content.
Okay.
Except mine is Fuji sparkling water, apple flavor.
Topico. Topico, is that what that's called?
I think so.
The fucking. Let me check real quick.
My beverage of the week is Minute Maid fruit punch. It is good as fuck, and I love it.
My beverage of the week is Mandarin Doritos. It's the best thing I've ever had.
Doritos?
Go at it, huh?
Doritos? Why would it be Doritos?
I don't know. There's a J there.
It's a Hispanic beverage, so it's like an H.
My fault. I'm insensitive. Sorry, y'all. It's
And she calls
Doritos.
me racist.
Wow.
You were in character.
Okay, guys, we're
White man.
You were playing a white man that
You
supports
tried to-
segregation.
You were trying to pull the race card on me.
Yeah.
Who was trying to unite the American people.
It's true. Under one banner.
And you said she was eating me up. And
She
I
was for a second. She was
yelling at me that I was being racist, and then I had to hit her with like, "You're a white."
It just kind of sounded like the same debates that Republicans would pull up with was why like gay marriage shouldn't be legalized. Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna end it here, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening. This has been the Three Canons podcast.
Bow, bow, bow.
Exactly. This has been Jupy.
This has also been Yeti.
Umi had to go and answer a call, so we'll sign off for her. But thank you guys so much for listening. If you loved it, if you enjoyed it, please leave a comment and a like. And please don't forget to subscribe and always come back to the 300 Acre Forest, where we'll always be waiting for you. And if you didn't like it, that's okay. That's fine. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you guys later. Good night.
And I just want to add that my wife and I, we really love each other.